Yes. Just enemy. Please enter the current time. What time is it? It is 9:40. Now accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Build and view controller language. I just got that warning as an option to skip sections of the game that deal with oof. On. Please. Pause, interact, and crouch, look, and move, and that's it. Okay. Begin. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was he really?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
They replied me and I got a message. Pencil.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I don't remember how to do it. I remember you had to do one of these for like a good long minute. What is this? Number one, Dad. Whoops.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the...
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Haha, here it is.
Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No,
Yes.
no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I'm getting this trophy.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
I gotta go looking for a door.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Go back. Right. 4. Oh, here it is.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
420.
Now, back to door number 437. Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I forgot how annoying it was, but I want it.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again! Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it!
Click on that 435
That felt
times.
amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley.
That's your first trophy?
Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
Yay! So now I know how to get on tables. I still don't think I can do it now. Yeah, I don't think I can do it now. So what was I doing? For 20? I think there's something with this door too, but I don't remember. I'll move on. For B3. Alright, I'll be a
When
good
Stanley came to
boy.
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, left. Ooh. Left. I wonder if I can find the closet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Assure employees that everything is okay. Uh-huh. 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 Everyone is Nick. You most of all. Ah! How's it?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing?
Yep.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Yeah.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
What?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Ouch.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Ow.
That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
I'm
You're
dead.
dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I call that's it, but just in case, I'm gonna wait a minute. Get my drink real quick. Drink. I see. Alright. Yeah, as I said, that was it. Oh, what happened? Oh, I connected it. Okay. Alright, let's go.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, was there nothing special about the closet?
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
This one doesn't have a trophy, huh? It was just a side, cute little side thing. And I get no trophy for it. Sadness. Yeah, that is it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Should write this down.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845 for another playthrough. I think he gets mad on that one. I'll do that later. Let's see.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Oh, I can't play with the piano because I could have. Man. Alright, fine. Fine.
2845.
Give me a minute.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
It's dark. Going down. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah. Ooh, what does this button do?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Urgent employee should never, under any circumstances, attempt. There's some more over there? Oh, I'll be right back. Nah, nothing. Alright, so what should I do?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What was my number? 297?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and...
So where I go? So there's 5, where's the end 4? I don't even remember if this does anything. Oh, 4. Where are you? Two, 3. It's supposed to be somewhere over here then. Oh, there it is. See you. What? Hmm. Three, 5, 2, 1, maybe. huh? Oh, there's zeros in it. Is there a zero? Oh, no. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to figure that out later.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game! The end is never the end. The end is loading. Oh, what the heck. I hate Mondays. Yeah, me too.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
What is it? I think it's a drive without doing it for 20 times, but no. Figure it out later. I don't want to spend my time for nothing. I'm gonna do the opposite of what he says this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
$1.25.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I mean, would you rather me be in here or in a closet?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Any other
Stanley
quips?
sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
And that message is... coffee nut. Oh, how'd it go, gosh?
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
First open door on my right. Got it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
They're not live. You're lying right now. Stop. Oh, I'm not lying. So let's go. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, 5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Really?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Who?
Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Beautiful.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Danger everywhere. Oh boy. Do not stand on this side of the fence. No buckets. Bucket. Oh, bucket. Bucket.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red. Red.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Yeah.
Skill trees?
Yeah.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Cool.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Who's in here? What is?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Give it a 4.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Who's winning? Ooh, it's outdoors. Dang. 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. 8.9% of players or more. Dang. Oh, dang. Does it take you to get to the correct door? Why not ask some friends for help? Shh. Friends list empty. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
3.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
The end is never the end.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
It's like which is more annoying, the baby cry or the button? Again.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What is it? Oh,
fascinating.
snap.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Oh,
What's
snappy
our
snap.
backstory? What is our
This is actually the
motivation?
first one I actually don't remember.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below
What?
you
Hey.
from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be
I miss
it.
this game.
What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Actually, I don't remember. I should play the original first. Or maybe I played this version if I played Firewatch. I don't remember. No, I actually have the whole map. If I recall, I should be able to see the other watchtower. There it is! So, I wonder what first down there. Buddy, I forgot your name, but buddy. I wonder if the animals are down there as well.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
But
It is. It's an open world
Yes.
game. Good God, quickly block it off.
aww.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Aww.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Man.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I forgot I made it. I don't know. I doubt it.
Okay, I think this will be just the
My
thing.
friends. I actually want to play Firewatch again. Rocket League.
Wonderful.
Well,
See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
snap.
Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh, I never played Rocket League.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, I wish I had a car. Why am I so small? What? Oh. Ah!
What are you doing?
I didn't know that. Well then, I found the exit. Whoa, beta, alpha,
Stanley, don't do that. I
what?
can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Stuck. Please rate your experience. I can't jump. Don't think I'm supposed to fall either. Nope, these are all dead ends. Yep. What the heck happened here? What? Ooh. Was I not supposed to be here? I actually don't know what this is.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay.